Hello and welcome to A Pair of Dice Lost podcasting channel. My name is Brendan and I'll be your storyteller for the evening. We rejoin our group as they get their bearings in Alabama, New York. On this episode, we learn more about Leonard's past, let Marci deal with the aftermath of last episode, Liv speaks with a rather cool boyo, and Cass makes a seventh of a friend. This is Exalted vs. World of Darkness, Friendly Neighborhood Exalts, Episode 22, Sweet Home, Alabama. So, when we last left you guys off, you guys had just made it to the Van Zandt estate in rural New York, Alabama. The girls there have been taking care of you guys for about a day. The manor itself is massive and the kind of thing that makes you all wonder how the hell that Lenny came from this kind of money. There are more rooms than Mama Van Zandt had kids, and that's saying a lot considering that you've got 9 of them here in this house. The outside weather is turning into a rather snowy and cold New York December, as things have more or less calmed down, and as you guys are there, you all find that before you all even had a chance to go to sleep, something about the house has actually regenerated your essence without having to wait for the usual sun coming up for Marci and Leonard, or the sun going down for Cass and Liv. Something about this place is just leaking power that resonates with you all. It is morning of the next day, and the girls have gone about making a very hearty breakfast for you all, the kind that Leonard must have eaten many times so that he could grow big and strong. Lots of waffles.
Waffles with sausage gravy.
Oh.
And Foster's.
Oh, mama.
No, they don't have helicopters. What are you talking about?
Alright, I'm out.
No, you're not. Get back in there.
Have you seen how big Lenny is? He has eaten at least one helicopter.
Secret, Lenny is the helicopter.
So as I mentioned before, this place does have a crap ton of rooms, so obviously everybody gets their own room to just kind of bunk in, unless of course everybody wanted to, bunk together like a bunch of best friends. Okay.
I want to bunk with somebody.
Simple Man Freebird?
No, whether it's Marci or Liv, because obviously Cass isn't down. I don't like being alone.
Alright then. Just this once.
Yes. I can put the other bed on top of yours. That way we have bunk beds and so much room for activities in the middle of the night.
You're right.
Lenny, what do you do when we're not around? Who do you sleep with?
Terry, I'm assuming.
Yeah. I mean, it was Mama. And then I moved out to go to college. I do sleep with Terry a good bit. But, most nights I just don't sleep.
Wait, you slept in your mom's bed until you went to college?
Yeah.
Alright.
You didn't sleep in your mom's bed until you went to college?
Nope. I had my own room.
My mother was a mystery novelist before I was conceived. She doesn't sleep. She writes all night. So
I
no.
also had my own room.
I can't sleep in my parents' room because there's too much sword fighting and music playing, so I sleep on the other side of the house to kind of tune that out. Well used to.
That's why I slept in Mama's room. That way, I didn't wake up to an elbow drop.
I'm probably at a window, smoking out it, so I'm not smoking inside while drinking a cup of coffee and perusing over, a textbook or something.
Oh yeah, how's the coffee?
Artisanal and delicious.
Noted.
The youngest Van Zandt sister, Chloe, who I'm realizing that I didn't really give a whole lot of descriptions of them before, but basically they're all very tall, at least by women's standards. I think that the shortest one, Ella, is maybe about 5'8", so average women's height. And the two dragon-blooded sisters are maybe 6'2", 6'3".
Unless it's
I just
changed
kinda-
the
My mind just kind of filled in with all of Lenny's siblings were just like 6 foot tall blondes who could all beat my ass.
Yeah, more or less. Especially the ones who actually exalted to their bloodline. They're tall, muscular, and tend to resort to violence a lot quicker. They kind of have the temperament of someone who has been touched by the elements. The other girls are calmer, but you can tell that they subsist off of a lot of hard physical labor, like no matter which one of them. Training has always been a part of their regiment. Chloe, one of the girls who kind of rests in the middle at about 5'11", has blonde hair like her brother, and has very prominent dragon markings, the tattoos that all of them have, that kind of wrap around her right arm, and she's there cooking in like, you know, normal clothes and a frilly pink apron that just does not seem to fit her form. You know, don't worry about what Leonard's talking about. That's more of a thing that the families do. You need to for a chance for us to exalt, we kind of have to have a constant exposure to any kind of latent essence. So, you know, Leonard sleeping near Mama or Grace or Ava actually wasn't that weird. It just kind of let him soak up in the residuals that we put off.
So every sibling has supped with the Zandt Manor. Noted. And he jots down a note in that book.
She nods. She nods and does not seem to think that it's weird at all, and then immediately replies with "Go Sharks."
I can't really give you a counterpoint because, like I said, I was surrounded by murder novels and wax sculptures for my entire childhood.
Oh yeah, that must have been a good day then. It sounds like a very interesting upbringing.
It was surprisingly boring. Wisconsin isn't terribly energetic.
Oh yeah, but they got a lot of good cheese out there. As you guys continue eating, Grace, the oldest Van Zandt sibling, comes in. She's the tallest, looking about as tall as Leonard, and just as muscular. And the haircuts are pretty similar too. You all almost wonder if Leonard keeps his hair short to look like his sister.
See, my mind went to all the kids getting haircuts from the same parent, and they only know how to do one.
Right.
Welcome to the army. Get your hat and tight.
No, a lot of the girls actually, besides Grace, actually have like longer-ish hair, ranging from like shoulder length to even like down all the way down their back and like braided fancily. Just because they're strong, independent women doesn't mean they can't indulge in being pretty too.
This is accurate.
So as Grace comes in, she looks to you all. Good day, everyone. So I believe that we've already met back at Alumni Week, but I'm working with my contacts over in the city to try and get the heat down. Do you all think that it'd be fine if you stayed here for another week or two? We can straighten it out with the city and everything. With the university.
Can you guys stay for a week or two? Do you need to call your parents?
I mean, I'm already having issues with school thinking that I don't show up as it is. So I don't know how that would go.
Talking to my parents is always an awkward ordeal. I'm sure they'll be fine.
I don't see it being a problem.
Yeah, okay then. I just wanted to touch base with y'all. I didn't want to seem like we were keeping y'all here against your will.
Just to stay up front, I will drink all this coffee you have. It's very good.
And you better not mind me smoking, she says as she takes a long drag off of what's left of her cigarette.
She just kind of chuckles at your comment, and she's just like, I wouldn't worry about that. We got used to smoke with when Dad was around.
Do you like smoke a lot?
You could say that. He was the one who could always light the fireplace.
Good for him.
Does terrestrial knowledge, is that covered by a cult?
It really isn't, but after, I will say this, once you guys spend some more time with them for a little bit, your occult is going to cover that.
Gotcha.
Terrestrials are more or less like a very big, like, guarded secret in the World of Darkness. Like, even, like, other World of Darkness big groups don't really know about them, or the ones that know about them are, like, the high generation vampires, or, like, the, like, archmages.
Got it.
I also have 2 dots in occult, but Tyler probably has like 5.
Tyler does.
So then, did you all have any questions for us while you're going to be staying here? Anything that we can help you all out with?
Marcy's just gonna sit and eat her breakfast quietly. I don't have any questions. Like, I can't think of any out of character, so I'm not gonna ask any in character.
What do you want us to do in our weeks here in Alabama, New York?
Well, you could just enjoy yourself. Maybe help out a little bit around the house with some chores and stuff. The snow's coming down a little bit, so maybe every now and again go shovel a little bit of snow. Maybe put some wood in the fireplace. Maybe go chop some firewood. Big strong guys like you could totally do that very easily.
Oh, I got a question. Who the hell were those people?
Oh, those guys. They're part of the they're the Order of Reason.
Can you elaborate?
We don't really trek that much in the will workers spheres. They tend to think that we're evil and shoot on sight. But last time that we made last time that any of the families made contact with them, they were called the Order of Reason. Basically, a couple centuries ago, back when Mama was still young, there was a big war between the will workers and the Order of Reason. Basically, they got real upset that there were a bunch of these crazy mage weirdos basically throwing fireballs at peasants because they fucking could. So the Order of Reason stepped in and beat the ever-loving shit out of them, and we tried to work with them, and they didn't like our natures and said that we were part of the problem and tried to put our kind to death.
I told you your friend was a Nazi.
Oh, no, Lenny, that's very wrong. We do have it on good authority that the will worker mages and the Order of Reason did work together to try and take down the Nazis.
Oh.
Ha!
Genocidal competition, I guess. Gotta take them out.
My first thought out of character was, wow, those are really big words for Lenny.
Now, I don't know what their exact deal is nowadays. We like I said, we try to keep to the shadows. We try to keep our heads down.
How did you know we needed help?
Oh, well, that was all that lizard pet that you have.
Oh, so they came to find you. I remember them being in the cab. I just didn't really think about it.
They found a way to I guess operate. They learned how to operate technology, and we got a phone call. Weirdly enough, and when someone starts speaking, when something on the other hand starts speaking high holy speech, you don't question it.
Man, I knew teaching it how to use a cell phone would be good in emergencies.
As far as your friend there, Marcy, being good or bad, I honestly couldn't tell you. I hope that since she's your friend, I hope that she had all the best intentions and just had a bad way of pulling things off.
I really hope so, too.
I don't know, she seemed pretty with that group.
I don't know, it just seemed weird to me.
She says about Operation Dead Souls. Does that really sound great to you?
What if she's only working with them to protect herself?
That is always a possibility. I have heard tell of we have had reports of will workers like her, because the mages and the Order of Reason, they're all the same breed of supernatural. It's just where you fall on the line, and sometimes the Order of Reason gets you, and sometimes the other guys get you.
I say just punch them both, because they don't seem like nice people.
That seems like a real good way to get your shit kicked in there, little brother.
I don't know. I think I was doing pretty all right.
You say that, but things could have taken a turn for the worse if things didn't if more of those reinforcements came in.
Nah, I'd just call the football team. They'd kick their butts.
You know, Lenny, I called the football team, and it didn't help that much.
You did take out an entire helicopter with the football team.
But there were 3 other helicopters.
Yeah.
Well, anyway.
Hey, Brendan, what time of year is it? Isn't you say it was like around Christmas time or something?
Yeah, it's getting pretty close to Christmas. Actually, with the 2 weeks thing, you guys are probably going to be here for Christmas.
Basically using our winter break to be here. So we're not really missing classes, so to speak.
More or less, yeah.
So that means I won't have to spend Christmas with my family. Excellent.
My parents will probably find some way to still get a gift to me. I don't know how. I don't know why. But they just know.
Luckily, my parents, despite their odd jobs, are particularly normal other than those jobs. So they'll probably just, send a card or something. Side note, while I'm thinking about it, so, fun fact, there is a little New York County, Alabama.
God. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah, so you guys finish up your food, and the girls obviously offer you seconds, or thirds, or fourths, however much that you all need to eat to recover energy. If you guys have any other questions, you are welcome to ask them, but if not, I'm going to ask I'm going to start switching scenes around a little bit.
Can you guys show Liv some of our training? I think he'll appreciate it. Or do we get to train this week? I'm guessing we're training this week.
Oh yeah, little brother. Anyone who wants to train is totally welcome to.
Hey Liv, you want to train with us?
That sounds like it'll inflict much bodily harm.
Choo choo!
What does that mean?
Uh-oh, little brother, here comes the train.
Like, just kind of looks concerned.
Probably should.
It's the train, like my sister said.
I can't imagine I'll be doing tons of things while I'm here. So I guess.
Excellent. He has consented, that is all I have asked.
Alright, anyone else got any questions before I start switching scenes around?
Nope.
Okay, so you guys enjoy breakfast and then go about your day, just kind of hanging out for a little bit, doing stuff. Training, by the way, Liv, you very quickly come to find out means that, like Lenny to his sisters, you are now an open target for just random wrestling moves.
This explains why my brawl went up.
Oh my god, that's such a good reason. You have mastered the suplex.
Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't agree. People be getting shot.
Dude, I have nothing in Brawl. I would die.
I'm just imagining, walking down the hallway, drinking my morning cup of coffee, and I just get, out of nowhere, drop kicked through a fucking window.
I have super high perception and, alertness and awareness in athletics, but I have nothing for Brawl. So I might see them coming, and they'll just get shot.
Dude, my perception is so bad.
I have 5 dots in it.
They would, you would be getting your morning coffee, and then fucking Grace would just come out of a secret door and drop kick you through a window, but then would use air aspect charms to make sure that your coffee doesn't spill one bit and then hand it to you.
It's like the montage from Kung Fu Panda, except for instead of dumplings, it's coffee.
Using the air aspect not to help me as I get kicked through a window and fall unknown heights. No, just to not spill the coffee. Perfect.
It's artisanal coffee. You can't spill that.
It's a good thing wounds mean nothing.
Okay, so I'm going to swing the camera over to Marci. Marci, is there anything that you want to do during this whole downtime thing?
I'm assuming before we left, I was able to grab, we were all able to grab, a bag and stuff for clothes and, a few things, or no?
No, but you do find your clothes are here.
Oh, okay. I guess I would go through whatever was brought here and see if they brought any of, my books and stuff. Ooh. Shit. I do have a question. I guess I would go find one of the sisters and ask them, what about my pets back at my dorm? Like, I left enough food for them for like the few days I knew I was going to be gone. But I haven't been back in a while, and I don't know how long Francesca's been away.
So you know that Francesca has not been away. She's been weird lately, but she has not been away. She still lives with you.
Okay, so she didn't, like, leave. Like, I wouldn't have known at this point if she's, like, left the dorm or anything, or if she's still there. So I don't think we've been back to, like, at least my apartment in a hot minute.
We have not been back to your apartment as, like, a scene in a hot minute, but, like, we have also, like, done, like, kind of, like, time-skippy downtime.
Okay, cool. So then the question would be, I guess if Francesca's there, she'd be taking care of them for me as long as she's not too weird.
As long as she's not too weird, yeah, that would be the thing. Yeah, so like one day you're out helping with some chores. The girls asked you to go and
I mean, I would literally do whatever I can to help that I'm able to.
Go out and shoot trespassers.
knowing that you're good with a gun, the girls actually ask you to go into town because basically some of the girls are not as great with guns as some of the other ones. They're like, hey, can you go and get these types of ammo from the local store?
Oh man, I thought you were going to have them make me hunt for food, and I was like, I don't know if that'll work very well for me.
No, they ask you to go and get ammo.
Yeah, I can do that. Picking up ammo.
Okay, so they drive you into town, and you're at the local Bass Pro Shop. I don't know what's in this actual town, but there's now a Bass Pro Shop if there wasn't before. I assume that they sell ammo there.
Yes.
Sweet. Hole in one. I did it.
Bass Pro Shop, Cabela's, definitely.
Brendan, I'm gonna assume you ain't never been inside a Bass Pro Shop, have you?
You are going to assume correctly.
Oh, dude, we got a huge Bass Pro Shop down here. I'm gonna take you next time you come down.
We also have a huge Bass Pro Shop down here.
So while you're in the Bass Pro Shop, this country music plays on the PA system, and you're going down a list of bullets and everything. Your phone starts ringing.
I'm going to answer it. Oh, I'm going to look at who's calling me first.
Oh, you see
You
that
know who it is.
You see that it's your roommate.
Oh no. I'm going to go over where it's like quieter, like near the restrooms or something, and then I'll answer it.
Guten Morgen, Marci. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you? Does she sound like different from when we last talked to her?
She sounds a lot chipper than any time that she's around Cass.
I mean, that makes sense.
Remember, they're rivals.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'm doing all right. Other than just thinking about everything that happened last we saw you.
You can hear the sound of fish tanks in the background as she's talking to you, and the telltale sound of like fish food being poured into a fish tank. If that makes sense.
Like she's feeding my fish.
Like she's feeding your fish, and like she's taking care of your animals.
Excellent.
Because she's technocracy. She's not a fucking monster.
You said fish, the telltale signs of fish tanks, and I thought she was gonna be in the store.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Look behind you!
I did too until he said, like, feeding the fish, and I was like, oh, thank God.
She's just gonna pop up behind
So
you.
there's a Cabela's at Cheektowaga, New York, and there's a Bass Pro in Auburn, New York, and another one in Utica. Somebody who lives in New York is gonna yell at me for saying this wrong.
Utica.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But what about in Yonkers?
I did not see Yonkers come up.
Fucking New York names are just fucking wild.
I don't know, dude. Virginia had some zingers too. You ever heard of Short Pump, Virginia?
I have. I have some friends in Short Pump, Virginia.
Yonkers
I'm sorry for them.
come up. I have someone for New Jersey and Pennsylvania and Delaware, but nothing for Yonkers.
All right, so back to this conversation. So then, Marci, so you what were you doing with that semi in the Shadowlands? What was that about? Say, are they friends?
Would you believe me if I told you I just met them not that long ago?
Oh, so they're friends of the pale boy that you hang out with then?
Lenny? Yeah. You could say that.
Oh, the tall one, yes. Okay.
Pale boy. What the
Liv?
rude bitch.
Such a rude bitch. Yes, so, Marci, I just wanted to call and apologize. I did not mean to, cause such a scene. I got very heated when you all ran away from me. I was going to have this great speech to give to Cassandra about how that she's doing the wrong thing, how that she is breaking so many laws, and I just wanted to make sure that the laws were followed. And then your pale friend literally ripped open space-time and walked into the afterlife.
Yeah, I'm probably as confused as you are. It's been a good couple. It's been a while. So what is all this about, like breaking laws and stuff?
Well, as I mentioned, your friend Cassandra, at the very least she, and we're not sure on the rest of you, but definitely she is currently has at least in the double digits counts of breaking the time-space continuum.
Do you guys have proof of that, though?
Yes, we do. She continues to rewind time.
Hey, Brendan, whenever Christina does that, do we know that she's actually rewinding time, or are we just kind of like, in the moment, she's like, hey, this is gonna happen?
You guys know that essence gets spent, and you don't know why it's going on, but no, you don't have any knowledge that that's happening. Unless you have a similar...
I have told you guys that I can do it to some degree, but I don't think you would know that when I do it unless I tell you.
Gotcha, okay.
Okay, yeah, so she has told you that she can do it. You guys just don't know when that she's doing it.
Yeah. Like, we have no proof that she's actually done it, technically.
You guys have no proof.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. So, going back to the conversation with Francesca, when was she doing this? Because I've been around her for a little while now, and I haven't noticed anything.
She lists off multiple time dates. Some of them correspond to when that you guys were dealing with Peter Giuseppe. Some of them correspond to your... one of them corresponds to the night of her exaltation. Two of them correspond to the Giovanni fight. Two of them correspond, or at least one of them corresponds to when you guys were going into the tower. One of them corresponds to the heist. She's giving exact, like, computerized timestamps.
Right. So, how do you guys know that she's doing that, if we haven't noticed?
Oh, well, this is going to sound so stupid, but I mean, you've already seen these things that we can do, but I'm, what my organization would call a reality cop? And a lawyer, technically, but mostly the cop part lately. There's been a lot of breaking the law lately.
Right, and when did this happen?
Oh, she gives a date that is, like, the same day that you exalted.
Oh, okay. Well, so, are you looking to, like, arrest her? 'Cause, I don't know where she's at right now. I know she's not with me.
Well, no, yeah, well, I was going to use the whole thing, if I could get you all, into my custody, I was actually going to use, the whole thing of you all being there to help take care of a problem that we're having down south.
What kind of problem are you having?
Oh, don't worry. We already have our best group on the case right now. The higher ups decided against my plan.
So you're not trying to arrest Cass anymore?
Oh no! Now, if I run into her and we have a little tete-a-tete, it'll be a purely personal thing, not a business related matter.
I guess that's good to know.
Yes, Val, I just wanted to call and let you know that I'm keeping your animals all fed and taken care of. Whenever you come back, I won't tell the bosses that you're back in town. I'll try to keep, I think that I owe my best friend a little bit of this. And if, just try to keep, Cassandra in line so that I'm not having to deal with so many reports about her breaking the time-space continuum, yes?
I don't know if you've met her, but I can't control that. She's definitely got her own agenda, but I will do my best to let her know that it is not okay to do, and tell her about you not trying to arrest her anymore.
Yes, Val, we appreciate it. We're trying to deal with some bigger things in town. There's been another recent bit of gang activity from some newcomers from the Zandt Society. So it's been a hell week.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, if you need anything, let me know, because you're my best friend.
Yes, of course, Marci. Just do me a big favor. Just I understand that Cassandra and Leonard, and to a lesser extent you and the Pale One are pretty powerful beings, but you definitely when you get back into town, don't take the subway. We're going to try and keep that shut down.
Got it. I will let them know. Thanks for taking care of my pets.
Yes, of course. Anyway, I'm late for class, and I've also got a bunch of reports to do, and 3 classes at the same time. So, auf Wiedersehen.
See ya. I will hang up my phone.
And just like that, the time cops have us tracked.
To be fair, I wasn't lying. I'm not with Cass, and I don't know where she's at right now. She could be anywhere.
So, fun story. Your phone hasn't gone off until you got back into town. When you did get back into town, you did notice that you had multiple text messages that just suddenly appeared.
Huh.
It's almost like the Van Zants are smart.
Huh. Interesting. Noted.
There are no bars out in the manor.
Any important messages, or are they all from Francesca?
They're mostly all from Francesca, and yeah, no one else.
Okay. Then I will finish buying ammo. Maybe look for a new coat or something while I'm here, since they have some really nice warm ones.
You do it and get a cool new coat and some artisanal bubble gum.
Heck yeah, they have Big League Chew. I'm buying that.
I would definitely not call Big League Chew artisanal.
Dude, Bass Pro Shop has a really, really good candy section.
They do, and they have Big League Chew, and Marcy's gonna buy a lot of that.
They have saltwater taffy year-round.
I know a couple places that have that.
Okay, Marci, is there anything else that you would like to do?
Maybe just pick up, a couple trinkets for, the other 3. Kind of maybe help everyone feel more at ease.
Get some
Maybe
gifts since it's the gift giving season.
Yeah, I'll pick up... Oh, this is funny. I'll pick up a insulated coffee mug for Liv.
Liv lets coffee last long enough to need to be insulated.
Okay, with that out of the way, you get back to the Van Zandt Manor, and I'm going to move over. I'm going to swing that spotlight from you onto Liv on another day.
Have fun.
Okay.
On this day, as that Christmas is about a week away or so, you find yourself in the Van Zandt study, which is a rather large room that is filled to the brim with books. The ceiling is about 20 feet tall, and every single wall is packed with books. Some of them are older, first edition copies of things that might have been lost to time at some point.
Okay.
Any kind of occult studies that you want to do, you are welcome to do. You can get from studying it here. You do get a better idea of the secret society that the Van Zants are a part of. To put it in the quickest terms, the Van Zants are one of a couple of different families that have survived since the dawn of time. Basically, the idea is that they kind of came from a pre-Earth timeline, is the best that you can discern. And before, their children used to exalt pretty much constantly as magic and other things were in the world. They were more or less the rulers of the world. But as magic and the magical places of the world dwindled, so too did the essence repositories necessary for their genetics, essentially, to really hit that bang at puberty. And now a single family is lucky if they have in the double digits of dragon blooded.
All right.
As that you're there and researching all of this stuff, you get a sudden cold feeling over your shoulder.
Oh no.
You can definitely feel the spectral presence of a ghost, and after a little bit, it actually manages to manifest itself in the Skinlands.
All right. I guess I'll turn around and look to see who's beckoning.
The ghost that is beckoning to you is the one that you sent off to go follow that officer who was talking to Leonard a few sessions ago.
Right.
He has managed to find his way here to you.
Hello.
Hey-o, kiddo, how's it going?
Another day under this bright sun.
Yeah, well, you could be so lucky, boyo. So, listen, I did what you asked.
And?
Well, that guy that's following your boy, he reported to some neck biter up at the top, one of the top floors of the One World Trade Center. Some nice digs you got here. Some nice place. It makes me feel real comfy.
I'm glad you feel comfortable. Why did he report to a vampire at the World Trade Center?
Well, if I was a betting man, boyo, I'd say that he's probably in their thrall. He might be a ghoul of some kind.
You've been playing so much Hades, you saying boyo. I love it.
Yeah, well, I like that fucking NPC.
He's pretty excellent. Well, come on, boyo. This is good information. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, kid. So, listen, I kind of haunted around here for a bit, and I got an idea if you wanna listen to it.
I will entertain your thought.
All right, so that being on in the Skinland side kind of sucks, right? Like we kind of don't have bodies, we kind of float around, discorporate. It kind of sucks. Boo boo boo. Gotta deal with our own shadows and all that kind of bullshit, right?
Yes.
So I've never been to a place like this. So maybe if you could get some more of this power down in the city, we could really shake things up in the dead side over there. Maybe bring some Koa back.
Brendan, I'm assuming he's referencing bridging the gap between the Shadowlands and the real world.
Yes and no. Tell you what, make me an intelligence and occult roll, because you might have read something about this, something similar to this idea that he's proposing in the Van Zant's library. Difficulty 6.
5 successes.
Fantastic. What he's referencing is a theory that the Van Zants have about their what they've referred to as dragon's nests. That's the places of power that they tend to set up shop at. What he's referring to is geomancy, and possibly the ability to get the power from one dragon's nest to flow to another. If you could theoretically get a dragon's nest power to flow into the Shadowlands, the power would make that place better. It certainly wouldn't be living, but it wouldn't be the hell that they've been damned to.
That involve taking something from the other dragon blood?
If done correctly, there would be more or less no loss of power. In fact, it would actually be linking up two nodes, essentially. If done incorrectly or maliciously, node could basically drain the other permanently. All right, kiddo, that sounds fantastic. I'll Do you mind if I hang around here? It's a nice feeling, and he motions towards the kitchen where you know that Marcy is doing the dishes. And one of my friends is over there.
Well, I don't suppose I can stop you. And by your friend, do you mean Marcy?
Oh no, the guy who's been hanging around her.
Very well. As long as you kind of stay out of any trouble, I don't see why not. Just know that you'll be under observation.
Understood, kid. I'll make sure not to cause any waves until we're ready to start this nice perfect afterlife project with you and me.
I promise you no action on that yet, just that I'll do some research. But if that changes, I'll let you know.
Well, don't worry. I'm just gonna go hang out with Big D over there, and he kind of discorporates. And Marcy, while that you're doing dishes after a large lunch, you can feel a second presence as you are now more haunted. Tyler, is there anything else you would like to do?
How have my past few days of having this not beaten out of me by 6-foot-tall blondes gone?
I mean, you now know whether or not that you're a super masochist for strong women.
Fair. No, I don't have anything else. I guess I'll just
I was going to say, you've been getting better about their surprise attacks, and their actual hits have started to hit harder, and you're kind of starting to develop a desensitization to it. Like you're getting better at taking hits.
Nice. I guess that's all I need to do.
Okay, Cass. Cass, is there anything that you would like to do?
I think I had originally planned to use Charlotte to do some research into this organization that was tracking us down, but I don't have any questions to think of right now since we got the whole Order of Reason and the Will Worker drop. So I'm not entirely sure if there's anything in particular she'd want to do besides study and enjoy the time away.
Okay, that's fair. Looks like Britt's back. Britt, are you back?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know if you heard, but you are now even more haunted as a second ghost has joined your haunted flaw.
Mine? Wait, why? I haven't even met the first one.
Haven't you, though?
Aww. So,
Shucks.
I have 2 ghosts that are haunting me now?
Yeah, you now have 2 ghosts that are haunting you. One of them, you can't really hear them unless, of course, that you were to use any essence or anything to actually see them. If you want to do that, you are totally welcome to, because they are spirits and you can just do that.
I'd like to point out that if I'm wearing my beanie and shades, I can see the spirits while I'm not in combat.
Oh shit. Oh shit, you're right. Do you want to do that?
I just can't talk to them.
Do you want to do that?
Gonna wear your sunglasses inside like a cool kid?
Yes, actually, I will. Only if I have reason to. Like, do I notice that things are weirder now?
Yes, you do notice that things are weirder. Plates are shaking a little bit more, and things are getting a little bit weirder around you. Cold spots are popping up more and more.
Okay, then yeah, I would probably put them on if I could see my new friend or foe.
Okay, so you see the guy who had been talking to Liv for a little bit there. He is more or less like a 1950s gangster. And the other ghost, for whatever reason, has been using ghostly powers to obscure what they look like.
Alright, so is a gangster ghost like a mobster?
Yes, like a mobster.
And then the other ghost, I have no fucking clue, it's just there.
Yes, something about him. He is using very highly specific ghost powers to obscure himself.
Is that the new one? Or is that the old one?
That's the old one. You've never been able to see the old one.
Spooky, but okay.
Right? Okay, and then we're going to swing back to Cass. So, I apologize, Christina, because I completely forgot what we were doing.
I said that I was probably gonna study a little bit. I was going to do research into the people that were after us, but we already got name drops on it, and I honestly can't think of questions to ask Charlotte to go and retrieve for me.
Okay.
And just kind of enjoy the time off.
Okay, that sounds good. So one day, you are asked to help shovel snow. The girls provide some clothes and everything, and You know, I mean, like,
I imagine the clothes, they have to, like, sew it so it fits her.
yeah, probably. They give you a single jacket, and it looks like a big doofy dress. No, the girls actually do provide stuff. They at some point one of them's like, "Oh yeah, I used to wear this when I used to wear this one when I was a wee little Sheila."
Yep. Sorry, I'm short. It's genetics.
No, that's fine. We understand. So you're out there. They ask you to shovel snow because the boys are busy doing something else at the time. And while you're out there, the first beast has decided to follow you out there, wrapped up in a very large and multiple parkas, to keep that heat for its lizard body.
I guess at some point I probably would want to see if I could research some language, because the sisters did say that they did actually name the language.
They did, in fact, name the language. I'm totally cool with you trying to research some High Holy speech, because they would totally have books on that, because that's what Lenny has talked in before. But for now, you're out in the snow.
Yep.
And this thing is wrapped up in some parkas and is using its massive lizard arms to help you shovel. The snow's been coming down a lot thicker lately. It's pretty bad even for a New York winter. So you guys are having to do this multiple times a day. And as it's just the two of you out there shoveling, one of the heads turns to you and speaks. Woman Cassandra, what can I help with? It's broken, and the words aren't always correct, but it has seemed to have picked up some English.
Awesome. I'm gonna look at it. Trying to figure out people after us, and I'm gonna kind of pantomime the airplanes, or not the airplanes, the helicopters, and like the scene that had happened when it busted in with the sisters, and just in very broken, like, clipped English, describe what happened, and then look at it and say, figure out who they are.
It nods all 7 of its heads to you, and then the one head bows down. The one head that spoke to you bows down. We have attempted this on internet. Not much information, despite claim of all information.
Yes, it has a lot, but not everything when things are hidden.
Many tasty treats doing funny things.
Tasty treats?
Yes, playing keyboards, asking for cheeseburgers. Tasty treats.
Ah, okay. So the whole time we've been here, what have we noticed it eating?
Rodents, birds, living creatures mostly.
Got it. That the Van Zants don't have any pets, or had any pets at this point, do they?
If they did, you never notice them.
We probably never will
They
at this
all
point.
took them accidentally, just like Lenny did.
Just squeeze them just a little too hard of a pet.
Just squeezed them just a little too
I
hard
don't know,
down my ancient dragon throat like a snake.
I imagine she eats like a Komodo dragon, which is equally as terrifying.
I will have to look this up at some point, but yes.
Oh, it's great.
I like to think she eats like a starfish and throws up her stomach on things and then, like, recollects it.
But not like a chameleon.
Don't chameleons just have the tongue?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that Komodo dragon, yeah, that's pretty accurate.
And yes, they do have the tongue, but it's still creepy.
I don't do that tongue thing.
So that is that is its response to your query about those things. It's almost like the internet was made by the technocracy, so the technocracy is really good about hiding on it.
Yeah, plus I don't feel like that stuff would be on there even if they, weren't intervening. But looking on the internet right now, there's this whole book about technocracy. Just break the fourth wall to find out about the technocracy.
Doesn't White Wolf and stuff exist in the World of Darkness universe?
Yes, but no.
Depends who you ask.
So technically it exists as Black Dog Entertainment, but they don't do the same books and everything. They technically do other big monsters like Frankenstein's and like other like weirdo bullshit.
So like Hedge Witch, not Mage.
Hedge Witch, Chupacabra.
Yeah,
They still probably do werewolf, but it's like classical werewolves, not werewolf that they made. Vampire the Requiem. Oh no! Black Dog Entertainment is mostly known for their highly successful Street Fighter RPG,
oh man.
which is, as you may or may not know, an actual game that White Wolf put out.
Amazing.
Right? We're not playing Exalted anymore. Now we're playing Street Fighter. Hadouken!
I've been playing Street Fighter all along.
So, at some point, I'm gonna come up to it and show it a piece of paper or something I wrote down that I'm gonna share in the chat because I can't really describe it because it just looks like lines on a piece of paper.
It looks at it and it points to itself.
Well, that didn't work. I don't think.
No, that yes, maybe.
Oh, I'm gonna try one more thing. Ha! Success!
You all get to see my terrible high holy speech.
It's
Because,
like
yes.
it looks like stick figures doing interpretive dance.
It more or less is. But yeah, I actually found a translator thing for High Holy Speech, which is, for fun to keep this in here for when this goes up, is how that we got the banner for the crime family for like a dragon blooded.
Nice.
But yes, I show this to them, and once they're just like, yes, it's me. I was like, yes. What can you say this in English? Translate it so that I can read it.
It thinks about it for a moment, and then it responds with, "Seven-headed herald, call end of the world, 7 gods."
Can you say that one more time for me?
Seven-headed herald that calls the end of the world of 7 gods.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. Thank you. I'm just gonna fold that up, put right in what it said, and then just put it in my pocket. What would you prefer to be called? Because that's a lot to say.
First beast, what others called me.
Okay. I didn't know if you had something else you would prefer to be called, give you a choice on getting to name yourself.
First works. First worshipper. It bows the one head that talks to you in deference.
Okay, I can work with that. So first worshipper or first. Got it.
As you continue to shovel for a little bit, you can see there is a man in a suit walking down the path towards you.
Now, are we talking like full-on really nice suit, or are we talking about like suit and jacket where he can hide some guns inside and pull them out?
Full on really nice suit.
How old is he? Does he look skeezy? Does he look really...
Looks about 30. The hair is nicely kept, swept back down to his shoulders, black, nicely trimmed beard. As he walks, he does not appear to disturb the snow.
Oh, that's lovely.
He is aiming to walk right past you.
Is he just walking past, or is he walking up to the house?
He's walking up to the house.
He's not carrying anything.
Not that you can see.
Okay. I'm going to put my shovel into the snow and put my finger up to my lips, signaling first worshipper to be quiet, and then put my hand over my mouth. Basically, I'm just trying to mime the whole shh, like be quiet, don't talk type of thing. And I'm gonna slowly follow up behind this guy, keeping my distance to keep an eye on him.
Okay. Roll me stealth, standard difficulty.
Lots of 2s, but 2 10s and an 8.
Okay, to your knowledge, this guy does not notice you. He walks down the path and does not seem to disturb the snow until despite his feet being on ground level, He walks to the spot where that you had recently shoveled, as that you all had kind of ducked away and moved into the tree line. And he moves towards the Zandt Manor.
I'm gonna... Have we figured out by now that we don't get cell service around here?
Yes, you have.
Even just if I wanted to text somebody in the house, like there's no way to even...
Correct.
Got it.
Want to send a message in this house, it's sent on the end of a boot.
No, actually, they do use short-range radios. So, like, you know, they're not completely stupid. You probably, this is close enough to the end of the first week that you've kind of realized this, and the girls have kind of pushed for you to have a short band radio with you. You know, just in case weird stuff happens.
So, I haven't really used a short band radio except for like the walkies that we use for and stuff.
That's basically what it is.
Okay, then I'm going to crank. I'm gonna pull it out very carefully, like kind of muffle it, and turn it on to be like, I'm gonna whisper this in game, but I'm gonna talk it out loud in real life. There's a gentleman I don't know, well dressed, heading towards the house, and then. After that, I'm going to click off and turn the volume all the way down so that their reply doesn't, like, echo back.
The theme song for this episode was Epic Blockbuster 2 by Raphael Crux. Other music in this episode was provided by Jazar, Alexander Nakarada, and Kevin MacLeod. Going forward from here until May 9th, 2021, I will be giving bonus experience to my players for every unique answer to story arc title themes. Yes, this does include new story arcs like right now. For every answer that is correct per person, I will provide one bonus experience to the Like a Dragon-Blooded characters as a way of saying thank you to everyone who listens. The ways you can answer that is by responding to the episode posts with your answers, or sending a message to apairofdicelost on Twitter, or sending your answers into apairofdicelost@gmail.com. Currently, the group is at a total of one bonus experience, but you can help make them all badasses for a limited time. Another way you can help us is by following us on your podcast catcher of choice, and if it has the option, reviewing, liking, and maybe even leaving a comment. That's the way you trick the stupid computer algorithms into telling everyone else that we're super cool and everyone else should listen to us. Finally, for making it this far, I saw that cool thing you did, so have an epic 3-dot stunt. That is 2 extra dice and 2 extra willpower. Have fun with that.